Hi everyone, this is Wendy. Our group includes Matthew and Tracy, and today we are presenting our group project on learner-to-learner interaction design. Our target audience is college students, and this course was building use Articulate Rise 360. In our mini course, which is part of digital literacy and spotting misinformation. Union 6. Digital citizenship in practice. We focused on helping students practice decision-making and social interaction in digital environments. To support that, we're building several learner-to-learner activities such as facilitating group discussions in Microsoft Teams, having students working through scenario-based questions, vote on different perspectives, share helpful resources, and complete reflections activities using tools like Padlet. Let's take a look at the details. Once you start this union, we focus on what does it mean to be responsible digital citizens. In this union, we introduce the learner goals and use an image to highlight key terms related to digital citizenship. We also use flipcards to introduce vocabulary for responsible digital engagement. Review each flashcard to building your understanding of key concepts. Sharing information online is powerful. To help students connect this to real-world situations and better understand the impact of their actions through the activity, the ethics of sharing. Pause before you post. We first ask students several questions to capture their attention. Then we design group discussions activities through the Microsoft Teams, focus on exploring how to share content responsibility online, evaluating what is appropriate to post, and considering how our online action affect others. Here is the breakdown of activity. First, students post their own response to a prompt. Next, they respond to at least 2 classmates to build peers interaction. Then in step 3, we include optional interactive activities. Students participate in a poll where they vote on scenarios, such as whether they have ever posted something online that they later regretted. We also include a scenario challenge. For example, if you find a meme that makes fun of someone in your class, would you share it? Students then discuss the ethical consideration and think through the best response. Finally, students share one key takeaway from their peers and reflect on how they will apply it to their own online behavior. In this discussion activity, students explore how to share content responsibly online and reflect on the real impact their digital actions can have in everyday life. This activity is grounded in Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, which emphasized that learning happens through social interaction. In other words, students learn best when they are talking with others, hearing different perspectives, and building understanding together. It also connects to constructivist learning series, where learners are not just to receive information, but actively constructing knowledge through experience and reflection. Instead of only reading or watching content, students are engaged directly with each other. They share personal experience, respond to meaningful prompts, and give peer feedback. Through the group discussion activity, students are able to compare ideas, challenge assumptions, and refine their thinking in real time. To support this process, we include a structured discussion rubric. This is informed by collaborative learning and social interdependencies theory, which highlights the importance of clear roles, accountabilities, and meaningful interaction in group learning. The rubrics helps guiding students so their discussions stay focused and purposeful, while still allowing space to open dialogue. Overall, the goal is moving beyond the simple participation and turn discussion into a space where students truly learn from each other and develop deep understanding together. Next, let's move back into our unit and continue our learning journey by focus on accountabilities and online repetition. We will start by looking at what digital footprint is and how it shapes someone's online reputation over time. We were also talking about how even small online actions can have a least impact in real life, whether that's in personal, academic, or professional settings. From here, we will move into our case study called Digital Integrity Values, Principles, and Practice. In this case study, students will work through real scenarios and think carefully about how to make a responsible and ethical choice in digital space, including how to use AI tools appropriately and what the consequence can be when digital decisions are not handled well. In this case study, Alex lost a minute decision. Students explore what ethical AI use look like in academic work and how to balance efficiency with maintaining their own authentic voice. In this scenario, a college student named Alex is deciding whether and how to use AI to complete a late discussion post for his course. Students work through four options and vote on whether they agree or disagree. They are encouraged not only to choose an answer, but also to explain their reasoning, compare perspectives, and respond to their classmates. Here is how pilots works. Students post their response by agreeing or disagreeing with four options. After that, they can interact with each other by commenting, explaining why, and sharing their perspectives. They can also use social media style reactions like, dislike, and emojis. This turns individual ideas into shared understanding because the students refine their thinking through real interaction. And beyond that, Padlet lets them share sources, articles, and extra readings all right there in one spot. Let's back to our class. This process is supported by transactional distance theory, which says that learner-to-learner interaction help reduce the sense of distance in online learning by increased encouragement and connection through meaningful dialogue. Drawing on Vygotsky's sociocultural series and social constructiveness, this activity emphasizes that students developed understanding through dialogues, sharing perspectives, and collaborate meaningful and make rather than learning in isolation. We also use communities of inquiry frameworks, student building, and cognitive present by analyze Alex's decision and weigh different choice. Social presence developed through peers discussion and response in palette. And the teaching presence is building into the structured promotes and guided supported learning process. Overall, the goal is for students to actively learning from another will participate responsibilities and ethical decision making in real academic situations. This union it also includes some interaction building into RISE 360. But for learner-to-learner interaction design, we want to go to step further and real focus on meaningful peers learning. So instead of just interactive with content, students are interactive with each other through discussions, scenarios, and shared reflections. That's where real learning happens. When they hear different perspectives, challenge ideas, and start thinking in new way. What is really matters is not just completing these activities, but also creating a space where students connect, learning from each other, and take something meaningful they can apply in real life. Thank you. This is our participation with a learner-to-learner mini course. We would like to hear your feedback. Have a good day.